Right, folks, welcome to the zone. Today we're going to be chatting about the FPL. So I've actually ended up having my best week ever in the history of the Fantasy Premier League. And as you can see, I finished the game week rank 727, which for a wild card, which I was very, very skeptical about because of the 5-2-3 formation I was playing, I'm obviously super pleased with how it turned out. So today we're going to be chatting about how the Premier League went, how the Fantasy Premier League went, some predictions, and what I'm going to be doing with my team sort of this week. Okay, so let's just make this video short and snappy. I've obviously had a blinding week, and I couldn't have planned for it to go any better. I wasn't expecting it to go this well in any regard. I was hoping, always hopeful, but you never plan to get rank 700. So Sanchez finally got me a clean sheet. He's the Brighton goalkeeper, and I don't think Brighton are poor. I really don't think they're poor. I just don't think they're going to get consistent clean sheets. He's just kind of the best option I could get at the time. I was tempted to put the Wolves goalkeeper in on my wild card, but I didn't want to take too many gambles. I didn't want to go double Wolves, 5 at the back. So I just kept with Sanchez, and he eventually came through with a clean sheet. So the big notables, Rudiger got me a clean sheet, which I really did think he would do. He was playing Aston Villa, and he's like the most nailed on centre-back. He's got a couple rough games coming up soon, so I'm not sure how good he's going to be as a pick, but he got me the 6 points, which is brilliant. Now, Marçal, I believe you pronounce his name as, I wanted a Wolves defender in there because I think they've got a good run of fixtures, but I wasn't sure on the clean sheet. And I know, having Cody for a couple of years, he always plays. He just never, ever gets attacking returns. He's never shooting. He's never scoring. And I figured, well, I literally went down the list and I thought, Semedo's too expensive for me. Who is the other centre-back that plays a lot? And I pick him because he isn't Cody, and he came up with 2 assists. So that's probably never happening again, so I'll just take that small win when I can, but obviously very pleased. Shaw unfortunately didn't get me a clean sheet, and he's one that I'm a bit not sure on. Excuse the pun, because he really doesn't get clean sheets at Man U. You'll remember originally week 1, 2, 3, and I think, yeah, week 1, 2, 3, I had Maguire. I was doubled up on United. I was even considering De Gea because I really did think we'd have a solid defense, but we just don't. But with Ronaldo here, I feel like I need some sort of, what's the word, like some way to cross it to him, so I've put him in. Tierney, 7 points. I've been watching a few, like, I guess you call them like shows. They've been saying he's one to watch. I put him in just because I thought, yeah, he's playing Norwich. Like, if they can't get a clean sheet against Norwich, then what am I ever doing? So if he didn't get a clean sheet here, I would have took him out. He got me a clean sheet, so I've kept him. I still don't think Arsenal are going to keep clean sheets. I really don't. But they have the run of fixtures, so if they're ever going to keep clean sheets, now is the time, so I'm going to stick with him. Alexander-Arnold, I think he's got like the 3rd highest points in the entire game, so I feel like you've got to have him. Likewise, with Salah, like, even when he doesn't pop off, he's just there with a goal, an assist, or something which you're doubling, and it just tends to, yeah, I just feel like Alexander-Arnold and Salah you can't go without. So we'll jump around here and we'll go to Ronaldo's home debut. Obviously, you hope he scores a goal. It didn't look like it was coming because he wasn't getting any service, and I thought, have I jumped on the train too quickly? He had literally 2 chances and scored them. Similarly, versus Young Boys, he had 1 chance and scored it. These are the type of people you want. Like Lukaku, they get 1, 2 chances and they're scoring 1 or 2 goals. So they're staying in my team for good. That obviously left me with a little bit of cash, and I decided to go for the 5-2-3. So I went for the big striker in Antonio, and he was -1. I mean, I've not had him the entire season, so my actual points off Antonio for the entire season of FPL is -1. So that obviously left me with only a tiny bit of money. I could have got Gallagher, but I didn't really know about him. I didn't realize he was quite as good as he was, and his fixtures are difficult. I just went for Gray. He'd scored twice. I figured Everton are pretty good. Calvert-Lewin might not play, so Gray probably is going to play 90 minutes. That gives me a chance against Burnley to get a point, maybe an assist or something, an attacking point. He ended up getting that goal, which really didn't look like it was gonna arrive. So that was brilliant. So yeah, it just went great. From 2,813,000 to 710,000 and 727 for the week. So transfers, I am doing nothing. I'm just gonna put Sissoko from my bench into midfield because he's playing. It could be. I'm not quite sure who he's playing. I just remember Sissoko having an easy game. You'll have to remind me in the comments. But yeah, Sissoko, I thought, man, maybe he gets 2 points, a clean sheet or something. I don't want to get rid of Antonio. If I do a transfer, and I'm not sure if I do, it's going to be for Bamford or Saint-Maximin. Saint-Max, I'm quite tempted because they play Leeds, who are really open, and he's doing actually very well. I've had him twice in my fantasy league, and both times he's got me points, so I might go back to him. I feel like people are kind of sleeping on him. And Newcastle seem to keep attacking. So if I'm going to go one, it might be more likely to go Saint-Maximin gamble for 1 week and then back to Antonio. But then that kind of feels like a gamble move when I might just be able to not do any transfers and then have two. And 2 transfers is obviously a big thing if you can get it. So I'll probably end up just doing nothing, I think. I had such a good week. I don't want to tinker with it too much. We'll see how 5 at the back goes again. And I'll keep 2 transfers in case I need to rejig the whole thing because it was a bit of a gamble and it might go disastrously wrong. But so far it went really well. And this is the best I've ever done. So you gotta showcase it, haven't you? All right, we'll jump into some predictions now. To do some predictions. So I've never got any fully correct so far. I've had a few scores correct, as in like who's going to win, draw, or lose, etc. But this week, or should I say last week, I had 6 correct predictions, be it draws, losses, whatever you want to call it. I had 6 correct outcomes, and I actually finally had one fully correct, which was the Chelsea result. I predicted 3-0 and it was 3-0. So finally got one on the board. As always, like, I'd love to see your predictions in the comments below because it's just interesting to see how people see the games. So on my left here, your right, my right, your left, wherever it will be, all my predictions for this week. So I'm going Newcastle to lose. I think Leeds are finally going to actually get some points on the board and do well. Like, if they can't beat Newcastle, they're in trouble. I think Wolverhampton are finally going to have their game where they score a couple goals and keep a clean sheet. Similar, I guess, to like kind of last week. Brentford just don't seem that good. I'm sorry. Like, I think everyone got overexcited about the Arsenal result. Speaking of Arsenal, I think they'll beat Burnley. I think this is what Arsenal are going to do. They're going to go on that little streak, and then everyone's going to be like, Arsenal are back, Arteta in, we're winning the lot, and then it's all going to go wrong. So I'm going to ride that Arsenal train a little bit longer. I'm going to go 2-0. I think Liverpool are going to beat Palace, but I think Palace will score. I think Liverpool look really shaky defensively just because of, I guess, like how attacking they play, but it's kind of like a will score more than you kind of style. I do like that style. So I'm going 3-1. Look, Man City are just, it's so dominant. I think they're going to wallop Southampton 3-0. I'd like a Man City player in my team, but I have no idea who they're going to pick. So, you know, if there was a striker from City I could pick and swap Antonio for, I could. But I don't want to do a -4 for a City player when you don't know who's going to play. I think Norwich might actually do something here against Watford. Maybe Pookie gets something. Now I'm kind of questioning my Sissoko pick. Maybe Sissoko does something. Who knows? But I'm going to go 1-0 Norwich at home. not Watford aren't that great. Thinking about this out loud now, yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0 Norwich. Villa and Everton. Everton are like doing well, but they also kind of somehow look bad but look good. They keep coming up with like results, and I'm not sure they can carry on doing that. And Villa surely at some point have to score and do a little bit better. So I'm gonna go 1-1. Last 3 games are Leicester. I think will finally get that clean sheet. I don't think Brighton will cause them any problems. I think Man U probably would have lost this game if Antonio would have been in, but I think we might just scrape by with a 2-1. And I think Chelsea are going to completely control Tottenham and go 2-0. This will be a game to watch Harry Kane in, because I feel like Harry Kane, just speaking from FPL, he could be like the worst player in the game because he's so expensive. And I know everyone says he always scores 20 goals a season. I'm really not sure this season, mixed with all his transfer stuff and how the teams play him. All right, so that's it. Oh, also just to add, let's whack him up on screen. I'm going for like player of the I guess you call him like player of the week or something like that. Just making it up as we go along, aren't we? I am going that Mo Salah's going to be the player to watch. So if you've got him in your team, I think captain him, because every time I've watched him, he looks like he's on another level this season. I don't know why, because like normally I watch him, I think yeah he's really good, but this season I'm like, oh, he's really one to watch. So I'm thinking potentially Liverpool could pop off here with some Salah points. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, subscribe if you want. We're brand new, trying to grow, so everyone helps. All right, peace.